Welcome back to Down the Track. It's me and Don. I wanted to put a smile on his face after a very tough game.
I was like, what happened there?
I want to put a smile on his face. But yeah, man, Sunrisers losing to Lucknow, we have to take that. But I felt that Sunrisers could have won. I had some work going into the last 2-3 overs. I was very confident that it was. Sunrisers going to win this game. Very, very confident. And I felt they played really well, but those last 2-3 overs that Avesh Khan over completely changed the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was a demoralizing victory, a defeat to so to say. Like this is one would be a hard one to take. First game they got outplayed completely. It's okay. You have those days sometimes, and it's fine. But this one, like from a winning position, they were batting well. But to be able to like get capitulated like that was very unfortunate. Uh, I think the batsmen have to take more responsibility. Everyone got there were a few people who got starts but were not able to take us through the finishing line, which is a big problem. The likes of Rahul Tripathi, Puran, Sundar, they have to take a little bit more responsibility. And we have to look at Romario Shepherd as an option. With the ball, he was expensive. With the bat, not providing as much. Is it time to maybe look at a Marco Jansen? I know it's still early days, but just maybe just change it up just a little bit to see if they to see if uh, it changes the fortunes. But at this point in time, I think it's slightly dull and gloomy, but still early stages in the tournament. A couple of wins can obviously change that round.
Yeah, Daniel is in the house. He's saying that my bold prediction was pretty close. He predicted that Kane Williamson will score under 8. He scored 8 more than that, or under 9. He said something like that. But yeah, Williamson did look good, initially that scoop as well. But one scoop too many led to his downfall. And I think you're right. Just take a bit more responsibility because everyone did contribute with the bat. I think Rahul Tripathi was immense today. He batted really well. Also with the ball, I feel like Romario Shepherd started so good. Washington Sundar started well, but it's just Umran Malik got hit a bit. You have the odd over which goes for like 14, 15 runs. They just need to keep that tight a bit more. And yeah, batsmen do need to take responsibility. I honestly was more confident than last year that they will chase this down because they had batting right. And yeah, unfortunate. This is what happens. If you look at it from Lucknow side of things, Avesh Khan completely changed everything. Great spell by him. Holder also picking up 3 wickets. Former Sunrisers player Krunal Pandya has been really good. Especially he's been bowling to left-handers as well in today's game, even in the past. But he's really kept things tight and also picked up wickets. I think they're getting the field placement right as well, keeping that mid-wicket long on deep square leg and making people try clear the ground. And it's not happening. He's varying the pace as well. Not every ball is getting connected, right? So
Yeah.
getting those catches in the outfield.
Yeah, I think the bowling wise, I think Lucknow will be very happy with this performance. They were missing an important player in Mark Wood, but Andrew Ty coming in, not the same quality, but I think still doing well. But I think everyone else, including the likes of who you mentioned, uh, from starting from Bishnoi, who's been good, to Avesh Khan, who was phenomenal today. Krunal Pandya was very good, and again, Jason Holder comes in and he adds a little bit of the bat and the ball. For this Lucknow team. So this is a solid side, and even with the batting, when they lost 3 early wickets, they were able to still manage and get a pretty decent score. And credit to KL Rahul and Deepak Hooda for that. They settled down and they managed to go out there and score give their team a respectable score, which they were able to defend in the end.
Yeah, the Nasim Bishnoi was disappointing today. I think because he was bowling
Today,
to the
yes, yeah, a
left-handers,
little bit, yeah.
the ball was going away from the batsman. So I think that's why they weren't taking risks. He was bowling that googly quite a bit. They weren't taking risks even when it was coming into the left-hander. They were sweeping him. So I think they didn't want. It was smart batting at that time, and that's why I was kind of surprised that Sunrisers lost because they tackled Bishnoi. I think Bishnoi has been a thorn for Sunrisers and also a lot of teams. And the leg spinner can get that purchase. He can get the wickets. I didn't expect Avesh Khan to pick those wickets or a Jason Holder. I felt that once you tackle the spinner and actually took runs off them, I felt that they should have cruised to victory. You had enough wickets in hand. You had the economy wasn't. I mean, the asking rate wasn't too high as well. So
Yeah, it's
disappointing.
a very, very disappointing last 3 overs. I think even with at the end of the 16th, we were in cruise control. Lost a couple of wickets in that 17th over of Avesh Khan, and that really changed the game. And even after that, I felt like they should have gone on to go and win, but
Yeah.
just couldn't connect after that. So it is what it is. Have to learn from that. Have to shore up their middle order batting a little bit, their death batting a little bit. Not all is not lost. It's still early stages, but
I agree with
they have
you.
to.
I honestly, I don't know why everyone is getting really upset. It's a young team, they're going to learn, right? Like, and the future is bright. Yes, they messed up today, but they actually fought well, right? Like, to a certain extent, it was their game to win, so they put themselves in that position. They will learn from these mistakes, and it's good to see Puran get some runs under his belt. It's good to see Tripathi get runs under his belt. So there are options over there, and yeah, I don't think you have to be that harsh, which a lot of our friends are very harsh on Sunrisers. I think just need to calm down, relax, enjoy the games. It might not be their season, but there is plenty of positives that you can look at. Of course,
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
you don't like losing games like this. You don't, but there are positives there. And Umran
Yeah.
Malik, if he gets the pitch that he wants and gets that accuracy of it right, 150 plus consistently, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there are some positives definitely to look for, and I think we are used to a Sunrisers side that is predominantly on the top. So the past season and a half has been a little hard for us. So
Yeah.
I understandably so. But this is a young side. But this is likely the best 11 that they have. So they will have to step it up. But I think that they should give them a little bit of time and give them the credit and give them the patience. Be patient with them, so when they do turn it on, you can enjoy that phase as
Yeah.
well.
And KL Rahul 68 of 50, and Deepak Huda, his was a game-changing innings, 51 of 33, batted really well. And for me, the man of the match, Manish Pandey, only playing 10 balls. For us, he's playing 30, 40 deliveries. He's playing 10 balls. Strike rate hasn't changed. It's 110, but he's playing less balls, which is helping his team win. He plays another 10 balls. This game is Sunrisers. They don't make 170, they make 150. That's the difference between Manish Pandey playing 10 more deliveries. You need to play him a bit more, man.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that's a discussion for another day. But I think, yeah, like I said, Deepak Huda and KL Rahul were fantastic. Uh, uh, they were helped by the fact that Manish went a little early, but they were fantastic, and credit to them. In the end, also, even when Holder and Krunal came in, they didn't take balls to get even though whatever this few runs that they scored in the end mattered. So because they ended up losing by 10, 12 runs. So that six in the end from Holder was important. That four in the end from Krunal was important. So those are the fine margins.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying. The fine margins, that's where you have to be a bit more careful when leaking the boundaries and everything.
yeah, yeah.
Your player of the match?
I think Huda, as much as I would have loved to see him in the orange do this, but he hasn't. We've given him a fair few chances, but unfortunately he hasn't. But I think he's a changed player in the past season
Yeah.
or so. Even in the last season, we saw him in Punjab given a few good innings, but didn't continue. I think the more important thing for him now will be the consistency. But breaking into the Indian team and really putting that feather in his cap will help him. And I think that Huda has been phenomenal for LSG in the past three games, and I think he needs to continue to keep doing what he's doing.
Yeah, for me, it's Avesh Khan. I just feel those two wickets completely changed
Change
the
the
game. And
complexion.
Puran's wicket in particular, because Puran was batting well. And
Yeah,
that's something that Puran, at least though he's got a start now, Nicholas Puran. His average was 7 in like 14 games in the IPL.
that's really
So
bad.
at least he's got a start, and hopefully he can build from this. But yeah, plenty of positives for Lucknow. And I guess it was that kind of game, right? Like both teams could have won. Sunrisers should have won, to be very honest with you. So they'll be way more disappointed, but Lucknow will be happy, like, for the way they fought. Tomorrow, Don, the Battle Royale. Rajasthan Royals versus Royal Challenge Bangalore, and this is a different Rajasthan Royals. It's a very strong Rajasthan Royals, and they're up against RCB, who have similar problems, similar strengths. They have that Holy Trinity back. Maxwell is there, and
Maxwell's back. Yep.
yeah, AB's replacement is Faf. So I mean, he's not quite AB, but he's up there, right, in terms
Still
of
good enough. Yeah.
batting and experience. So how are you looking at this game?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. I think Royals will be the Rajasthan Royals will be very very upbeat after their first two wins. I think they've shown a very good they've shown their team in very good standing, so they'll be happy and they'll be wanting to continue more of the same for them. With Bangalore, I think they know their strengths and weaknesses, and you can clearly see that. And with Maxi coming in, they add a little bit more to a little bit more of a dimension, because he gives you a couple overs with the ball as well. So they have that little bit more going for them as well. So it's nice to see. It's going to be an interesting challenge, and I think one I'm looking forward to. To be very honest.
Yeah, Daniel is asking. He's a huge RCB fan. Will Josh Hazelwood replace? Who will Josh Hazelwood replace when he comes on? I'm guessing.
Very
They
tricky
might go
one.
Hazelwood for Willie and Rutherford for Maxwell for Rutherford. I think
Yeah,
that's
that's the option that they have. But the only thing is, Willie gives you a little bit with the bat, but then I guess Maxi gives you that anyway. So they will have to remove
you
these
can't
two
take
are the
out
options. You can't
Hasaranga.
you exactly Hasaranga and Faf are your
Yeah.
out and out like specialist players. Like Faf with the bat and Hasaranga with the spin bowling option. They are specialists in there. So the only options are obviously Willie and Rutherford, and they go out and Maxi and Josh come in.
Yeah.
That'll kind of be a straight swap, and that they'll probably look to see if they want to get in another batsman just to give a little bit more in the batting department as well. But I think overall, I think they're a pretty solid side, pretty stable side as well. So that's just a matter of they obviously can't bring in Josh at 4. That won't help, but they have Maxi.
Yeah,
So
that's what he's saying. Willie bats as well, but they have Maxwell there to provide that. But the only thing is, also Hazelwood is coming off an injury, so I don't know how fit he will be. He's coming off that Pakistan tour, so we don't know what the situation with him is. Will he be ready to go? If not, then they have Willie. But I just feel Hazelwood will give you that extra strength in the power play and also in the death overs. That's the only reason I would go Hazelwood.
but the good thing is they have Willie until they can get Josh fully fit and ready to go.
Yeah,
That's a
so
good
then
thing.
you play Willie as much as you can, and then I think the only thing with Willie, I would say death bowling. I don't know if he'll provide you as much with the in the death overs, but if I was Faf, I would play bowl 3 or 4 overs of his in the power play and then see how it goes. But Hazelwood is someone who can be a bit more versatile. Again, let's see what he does. He's not under Dhoni this season, so let's see
Yeah.
what Hazelwood does. We don't know what kind of Hazelwood we'll expect. We're presuming from last season, right?
Yeah.
Your players to watch out for.
I mean, I think for me, I think I want to just see how Virat goes, and he's been my go-to man. I think it's just far too long for him to he needs a 50 under his belt at least, if not anything more. So I'm just looking forward to seeing how he goes, and I want to see how Chahal plays against his old team. He had a very good second game. I want to see if he can against his kind of favorite team that he calls it. The Royal Challengers Bangalore are Chahal's favorite team, so I want to see how Chahal will go against his favorite team.
Oh,
So to
yeah,
say.
good call. Chahal
Yeah.
versus RCB. That's going to be good. Should Lomror get a chance tomorrow? Danya's asking.
I mean, I think playing Lomron you have to play him up top. Otherwise, you don't play him. But I don't think that's needed at this point in time. They have a stable top 3-4. Go with that, and then they have Shabazz who can provide a little bit in the end at number 6. And because he gives you a couple overs with the ball as well, that's a little bit more. I guess flexibility in your lineup. Lomrar, I think you have to start open with him. I guess you could, but I think at this point they are pretty. You have to give a little bit more to Anuj Rawat. He's coming off of a pretty good domestic season, and a lot of people are talking a lot of good things about him. 2 games is too early. Give him about 5-6. If he doesn't perform, then you can consider a Lomror coming in.
Yep, and your prediction for tomorrow?
I'm gonna go with Bangalore to win, just to keep Daniel happy.
Bangalore to win. Wow, that won't be good for Sunrisers, but yeah, I think now you need. But it looks like the table is kind of running up.
Chennai, Mumbai, and Hyderabad are lagging behind quite
Yeah,
a bit
that's
now.
why it was a big game today. But what can you do, right? Like
It is what it is.
you have to take it as it goes. And yeah, the Rajasthan, I think Rajasthan are favorites going into this game, but RCB, again, they have that firepower, those 3 batsmen. With Maxwell coming back, he provides that X factor, and they do have some good bowling. Hasaranga, yes, they have. It's going to be interesting how Chahal bowls, but Hasaranga also, he's the replacement for Chahal. So I think there'll be some pressure on him, but if he can provide with the ball, and if there's a hint of purchase, I think he can really cause some problems.
And he's already been good for Bangalore already, so just more of the same from him.
Yeah, and watch out for Josh Butler, man. He's in good form. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that wraps it up. Thank you so much for joining me. Any last thoughts before I let you go?
No, it's going to be an exciting game. I'm just still reeking over the unfortunate loss, and then of course Arsenal right now is also really killing me. So it's really been a very bad day. So I just need to sleep after this, take a nap, get it over.
After difficult times, there is ease.
Hopefully. You have to sleep and wake up for iftar. That's all there is. That's the ease I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, that code is not helping in the sports field for me, because whoever I'm supporting, there hasn't been no let up, but there was ease before. So
yeah, you have to take a few bad seasons for a lot of good seasons.
Yeah, for a lot of good seasons. That's how you make it up. Any bold predictions? Lastly, Daniel is asking.
Bold predictions. Oh man, these play bold people confuse me. Bold predictions. Child to take a fifer.
Chahal to take a 5 for. Oof, I'm going with Virat Kohli 99.
Ooh, that'll break my heart, man. Don't do that to me.
Virat Kohli 99. Yeah, let's see how it goes. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Danya, for joining in. We will catch you tomorrow after the game, a bit earlier. Sorry, we had some football work to do. That's why we
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah,
we came
for
a bit
sure.
late. But we will catch you tomorrow after the game. And yeah, me and Don are both not in the Champions League, so we'll be free
We'll
tomorrow.
be free. There we go.
So catch you then, Don. Thank you so much for joining
Take
me.
care, boss.